Street Justice. Street Justice. Another episode of Street Justice. I'm the California Bear. And what I'm doing is I'm unraveling some things and I purify it that's causing corruptions and misunderstandings in the streets because no one is. Street Justice is here to bring the justice to the streets. Because there's no laws of classes in school. So we really don't know what laws we're breaking or what we're doing that's wrong to the community, to society, until we break them. So what Street Justice is here to do is bring some of the understanding of certain laws that are passed, certain laws that are not passed, that shouldn't be or should be in the streets. I'm here to educate you a little bit, do a little bit of education to you. This episode is for our children. I'm going to play the devil's advocate. I have to look at both sides, negative and positive law. If y'all don't understand, every single body have negative and positive law in their city, their states, in the United States. We just don't exercise the positive law, but there's negative and positive law in the court system. You can bring it up, your positive laws, to override your negative laws. But if the negative laws is too strong, then your positive laws don't even matter. So what I'm here doing, this episode, just say no for our kids. Since they can't say no, we couldn't say no. So let's say no. Earlier, I mentioned that I'm going to have to play the devil's advocate. And the reason why is because in the streets, there's these corner stores. I can't provide everything, but they're robbing our kids. What used to cost me 50 cents now costs them $3 on these ice cream trucks. We're working hard for this money. Working hard for the money. We're working hard for this money. And what they're giving our children is not like the ice cream wheels brought up, not the flavoring. It's all synthetic things that's harming their bodies. And our government is doing as much as they can. If y'all go understand the system, you can't do every single thing. The people have to do some things too. So, we can't blame our government. We have to blame these manufacturers that's bringing these harmful things to our children, to us too. But this episode is for the kids. Now, in these corner stores, they selling these slushies and waters and pop sodas, for a high price. They go to these local markets and grab their produce. If they don't have a wholesale in their area, it costs too much to ship it. So they'll go to Food for Less or Walmart or something like that and get their product and come to the neighborhoods and double the price. Sometimes triple in the price. And when your kids go in there now, what you can go to this store and get for $1, they can get it. They got to get it at this corner store for $3. Why? Because we don't feel like getting up and going way over there to get it for them. So I'm gonna apologize now because this video, what I'm about to do is, I gotta sell some of this stuff, and I'm gonna sell it at a cheaper price. So if y'all donate, and come help me, I can get the natural colors and natural sugars. So you don't have to keep sending them to them stores and they selling them this that's killing them. So I got to play the devil advocate because I'm going to chop their prices down. You know what they selling for $3? I'm gonna sell for $1. A cup of slushy waters. I don't know about that pop, but I ain't judging. I ain't judging. I'll get some pop too, whatever. Get some pop too. So when they walking from the park or they going to the park and they got to go by the store, y'all can come see Bear, the neighborhood bear, and get your sweetness. It's sugary. Y'all finna find out what this stuff do to our children. But no one, if you're going to give it to them, I mean, why overcharge them? Why they got to, not save, not getting more for the money? We was getting more. And now it's synthetic. So since the things are synthetic, it's cheaper to make. So if it's cheaper to make, it should be cheaper to buy. Not around here. Not around here. I want to, but I can't do it by myself. I'm gonna start petition, and because you have to understand the government is on our side. We trying to go to Washington. No, we need to go to our local office, senator office, and complain to them. Stay in your realm. That's why things ain't getting done. You're not staying in your realm. And when you move in pieces, you ain't getting anything done. You need to move in a unit. So stay in your city. If you in California, don't be writing, shouldn't be having to write Washington, New York. You shouldn't have to write that. Go to your local office and write them and talk to them. And with the bear trying to tell them to stop putting the things in our foods. I want y'all to check out the prices. Check the prices out. And what they're giving to our kids. So we're going to start off with our local. That's mainly, after getting it from our parents, we mainly, get introduced it. We mainly get introduced from our parents to the ice cream truck. So look at all that. I want you to look at all of them colors, them wonderful, bright, like delicious colors. They didn't even look like that when we was growing up. Huh? My favorite was the fudge, the banana and the fudge. And the strawberry, you know what I'm saying, cheesecake or whatever. The banana and the fudge was the favorite. But that thing, not even 20 years ago, was what, 50 cents. Look how much is these ice creams now.
How much? I think that's 3. You're getting ice cream.
Did you hear?
How much? I think that's 3.
Wait a minute. Just that one is $2.50. Just some vanilla, whatever. It might be ice cream, might not be ice cream. Come here, Bear. Hold on, y'all. Come on, Bear. You peed in my bed, bro. Let's go. Go on, mister. But just that little ice cream sandwich that they call sandwich. Look how thin it is, and all that ice cream. We didn't have it that big. $2.50. And the other one, 3.
How much? I think that's 3. You're getting ice cream.
And she is so happy. That's how we is.
Which one do you want? Do you want one of?
Look at that stuff, $2.50. $3. $3. $3. $2.50. $3. And these used to be bigger. The original were the sprockets. Now they're about that small. Fitting in the baby stroller pocket. They robbed my
These,
kids.
or do you want that one? Yes, sir.
And she is so happy. We were so happy at the ice cream truck.
Thank you.
We couldn't help it. Look at her. She's so pretty. And she is so happy to get this ice cream. Look how small it is. Look at that.
Thank you.
Look at that. Look at the yellow. Look at the coloring. The same color as her chair. The same color as her chair. Same color she got on. Is this the coloring they put in the foods? Huh? Is this the coloring they put in our foods that we're giving to our children, that they was given to me? I got to do it until y'all come with me. Because there's ways of natural dyes. I just don't have the production area to get it. But if I had a production area, I know how to get them dyes. Natural dyes. No harm. And she was so happy. That in tune is like the Matrix, hypnotized noise. That ice cream truck is hypnotized noise because a baby child, we stop everything we doing. If we don't get that ice cream, oh, mom and dad got problems. They got attitudes. Until we forget about that ice cream truck, we don't hear that. We don't hear that no more. We got attitudes. So something about them, that ice cream music, that is, So we finna see what they talking about. Why am I saying this? Why am I'm saying that this stuff really harm our children? Watch. You're gonna see. You make the choice yourself to ride with the bear. And we're going to put in these papers so the government can sanction these things. The thing is this, if we don't say nothing, these manufacturers don't even, there are certain things that come across the government desk that's in order. If it's out of order, they sanction. Right? But they ain't going to sanction, they ain't going to audit, they ain't going to do nothing unless they see something out of order. So if we don't give them things to look at that's out of order, they're not going to go check out these manufacturers. They're not going to do it. It's impossible. That's not the way it go. That's not the way it go, y'all. We have to go do this. Don't be blaming no government. Don't be blaming no president. Don't be blaming nobody but yourself if we don't come together and go to these manufacturers and audit them and get them to watch. You're gonna see it can be done. Don't act. I'm not saying something that ain't have been done. Just you won't do it unless you don't know about it. Now you can't be fault. There's no fault on you if you don't know nothing about this. Ain't blaming everybody, and you can even lie. I'd rather for you to lie and say I didn't know and don't do. It's okay to lie. I'll take that lie. Say you don't know and then come along and now you know, now you do. Go ahead and lie to me. I don't care. But after this, you can't lie. You got to do. And what needs to be done is we writing a petition to our local mayor. We're gonna skip the district leaders. We're gonna skip them. We'll talk to them about our homeless problem and things like that. These things have to be sanctioned from the mayor. They're not allowed these things to come in. They have to clarify and certify and re-edify the ingredients on this stuff that they're giving to our children. In California, I ain't tripping on any other state. I just care about California right now. This is not for the streets in other states right now. This is for my streets where I am at. We're going to get this stuff out of our children. Let's check these things out, y'all. Let's see. Let me go and reevaluate some things so I can show y'all some more goodies. Let's see. Let's check this out.
And Amber, we've discovered many.
These on one of the newscasts. So, it was probably in another, it was in another state. It wasn't in California, I don't think. Hold on, I got to see. It wasn't in California. So we probably missed it. We didn't get the memo. We didn't get the email. We didn't get the stem. Check it out.
Chemical additives in our food have been removed from food in Europe because of health concerns.
Let me give you that
As
one
you'll
more
see,
time.
a
Let me
food
give you that one more
safety
time. Hold on.
scientist is
Let me
blaming
give you that one.
And Amber, we've discovered many chemical additives in our food have been removed from food in Europe because of health concerns.
So it can be done. It can be done.
You'll see, a food safety scientist is blaming the FDA. Our investigation begins with a Johnston County family who traced their son's extreme behavioral problems to red. Our investigation begins with a Johnston County family who traced. You'll see, a food safety scientist is blaming the FDA. Our investigation.
Did he say? I'm sorry, but did he say investigation? I'm tongue tied. You gonna hear me mess up some words, but did he say? Hold on. Did he say investigation? What the hell is investigation? Let me make sure I said that right.
Begins with a Johnston County family who traced their. You'll see, a food safety scientist is blaming the FDA. Our investigation begins with a Johnston County family who traced their son's extreme behavioral problems to red food dye.
It's been pretty hard over the past few years.
Garrett Carlson has an extreme sensitivity to red food. Our investigation begins with a Johnston County family who traced their son's extreme behavioral problems to red food dye.
It's been pretty hard over the past few years.
Garrett Carlson has an extreme sensitivity to red food dye. It triggers rageful behavior.
I used to describe it like Jekyll and Hyde, because you had this excellent kid and then you had the kid that would talk to you like dirt.
Brandy Carlson says the first sign of trouble came when he was 1.5 years old and ate a hot dog.
He just was mad at the world. And it would last an hour, go away, come back.
It took 6 years of doctor's visits to finally unlock the mystery. His mom says just 2 M&Ms can bring on a tantrum.
I just felt really bad after, and I'll say, I'm sorry, 50 times.
Garrett is now 10. He says he can feel it happening in his body. Red dye makes him lose control.
I can feel, but I know what I'm doing. I can see what I'm doing, but I don't have control of my mouth or anything.
It's just so unnecessary. It really does make me angry.
Lisa Lefferts is a former UNC researcher who's now a senior scientist at the Center for Science in the Public Interest, an advocacy organization in Washington.
There's just no reason why children should have to suffer these kinds of adverse reactions, why families should have to spend years trying to track down the culprit for their child's problems, when we could just simply not be using these chemicals in our food.
Here's the startling thing. The food dye that can be a trigger has mostly disappeared from the food supply in Europe. European regulators ordered food makers to put warning labels on things containing certain food dyes. Many food companies decided instead to remove the synthetic dyes, reformulating the recipes there, but continuing to sell the old versions here.
It's really unconscionable that companies are still using these chemicals in food sold here.
Yellow food dyes 5 and 6 and red dye number 40 have been removed from food in Europe, but they remain in American products.
Beverages like Mountain Dew or Sunny D, candy like Skittles, Starburst, M&Ms, Betty Crocker cream cheese frosting or buttercream frosting, or red velvet cake mix. Betty doesn't seem to have gotten the memo about synthetic food dyes.
And she says those red and yellow food dyes are in other foods you wouldn't expect.
They're not only used in colorful foods like candy or brightly colored breakfast cereals. They're also kind of sneak into foods that you would never imagine, like pickles or salad dressing, even white foods, brown foods, and foods that you just wouldn't think of as containing synthetic dyes.
It's not just food dye. There are other additives you'll find in our food that aren't in Europe, like brominated vegetable oil in Mountain Dew and some sports drinks, and additives in baked goods called potassium bromate and azodicarbonamide, all banned in Europe because of cancer concerns.
You can find lots of bread without it, so clearly it's not necessary. But some companies like to add it to bread to change the texture of the bread.
Lisa believes the FDA needs to follow the lead of European regulators when it comes to food additives.
I don't understand why FDA doesn't act on this evidence. I think it needs to start acting more like the cop on the beat.
Now I want you to do some fruit.
At their home in Selma, Garrett's family is on a constant mission to keep him away from food that can trigger a reaction, and hoping one day the food here will be like the food in Europe.
There's no benefit to the dye. And there's no telling how many kids are out there or adults are out there that are suffering in this way and they don't even know it.
I contacted the food makers mentioned in our report. Mark.
You see what's going on. Now I'm gonna illustrate a few points out here in the streets for you. I'm gonna go with the lady first and then the young man second, okay? The lady said Betty Crocker didn't get the memo. Oh my God. Why did she say that? Why did she say they sneaking some ingredients in Betty Crocker cake mix? And Betty Crocker don't know. She don't know that they put formaldehyde with sourcite in that cake mix. And that's where you're getting your mush from. That's where you're getting your mush from the benzoate, and that's where you're getting your illness from also. Things that we allow in our foods. Let's go to the young man. He said, I'm trying to get it where you can see it good. I'm talking about, that's that red right there. It's watermelon flavor, but it's red. Watermelon red. So this man said when he experienced of the consumption of anything red, he goes off. He said that he can see, he can feel, he know what he's doing, but he can't control himself. I'm gonna tell y'all, there is a synthetic drug in that drug called Sherm in the streets. And when people go off, after they come back, they can tell you everything that they did, but they also can tell you they didn't have control over themselves. They're losing their mind. That's what it's called. It's called losing your mind. You know what you're doing. You can see what you're doing. You can feel what you're doing, but you have no control. On the negative law, you're losing your mind. On the positive law, you're possessed. So this young man took this drug because you have to understand these are synthetic things. So this is manufactured. So a drug is a lot of ingredients, many ingredients that come out in one substance. That's a drug. Marijuana is not a drug unless it's grown in the house because you're pouring that stuff on it, bloom and stuff. Now that's a drug. Indoor is a drug. If you don't put no type of synthetic or any type of chemicals on the outdoor, it's not a drug. So what I'm holding up right here is a drug. Many ingredients scan it, and it's coming out one drug. Then you got to add another drug to it, sugar. If I challenge any parent, take all them chemicals and remove the sugar. Tell them to send you some without sugar. Huh? Bet you won't drink it. That's the other drug. That mixed with the sugar and having a chemical reaction once it intent the body. It is trained. It is technology. It is to go to the senses of the brain and distort it. On both sides, the children and the adults. I'm finna show you. I'm finna show you what this young man was doing. You ain't gonna be able to hear it because it's all video. You ain't gonna be able to hear it. And you know, I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna illustrate it because I'm gonna tell you what he said. But you're gonna see what these chemicals is doing to our children and what it's doing to our adults. The reactions that we're given is not the same. Huh? Huh? The reactions on both sides, the children and the adults. The reaction, I mean, we used to get hit. My teacher had a paddle with holes in it, so when they hit that bell, bing, them holes will suck that tail in. Hold on, people. So I'm going to show you the reaction. But when the teacher hit us then, it was for a good reason because it was out of love. She or he wanted some form. Bear, what are you eating on, boy? Come here. They wanted some form of respect. Come here. Good boy. Y'all want to see Bear? Huh? Come here, Bear. Okay, Bear. Huh, boy? I'm a kid, and he tried his best to feed me the good stuff. He tried his best to sell me the good stuff. If it ain't puppy child, I don't eat it. I don't eat it. If it ain't the puppy child, I don't eat it. Okay, go ahead, Bear. So now this stuff is like it's no discipline. It's chastising now in our schools on both ends. Watch. This is a sad situation, but I'm gonna go ahead and narrate it. You remember, you're not going to be able to hear it because it's a video at the school. This little boy is acting bad. Look, boy. Look, man. I done told you, you gotta respect me, young man. Yeah, I say that you tall, but you gotta respect me, boy. And he probably using the N-bomb. He probably using the N-word. Ain't no telling. Yeah, I can go. Because he ain't finna do nothing. I tear your tail up, boy. He cussing. And he pushed his belly. Huh? He pushed him in the stomach. Watch. Did he? Yeah, he pushed that stomach. You see what I'm saying? That kid don't know what's not making that kid afraid of that man. Not saying he probably did something. He probably pointed him out fine and dandy, but to do all this to an adult, what's blocking his mind? And for that adult to act like that in a reaction, he didn't hurt him. You see what I'm saying? That little kid couldn't hurt him like that. He didn't kick him in the testicles or nothing like that. If he have some. But whatever happened, I'm pretty sure that kid ain't completely all fault. He looked like a butthead. I can't do too much cussing, but he looked like a butthead. That kid is probably loud in class, disruptive, and no telling. But that still don't give him the right to do what he just did. But what does give them the right to do what they both just did? This food coloring, this synthetic drugs. You see those Skittles? You know what I'm saying? They that's drugs. All that's drugs, and they getting their money. The pharmaceuticals, they not doctors. How they can sell us? They don't have a doctor degree. The pharmaceuticals don't have a doctor degree. The doctor don't make the pharmaceuticals pharmacy pills. They got manufacturers that makes those drugs. Synthetic drugs. That's tearing us up. They was giving our kids, go look at them videos on Ritalin. These are reactions that these chemicals is having in our brains and everything, and the synthetic food, the GMOs. You see, they banned in other countries. So we can ban it in California. California don't want it. I don't know about no other states. I'm not talking for the world. I'm not talking for the whole United States. I'm only talking to one state, California. So if you in California and you in these streets, you better come along. Shame on you if you don't react to this. Shame on you. I am a mason, a master mason, and I hit my gavel. Shame on you. I have a human rights consultant's certificate where I can teach human rights, and we have the rights as human to stop this stuff to come in our bodies. Like we have to. You're not putting like this have it and this don't have it. You ain't making both. You ain't give us no choice. Now, if you had choices, if you gave us a choice, then that's understandable. But it's in FRFI. I worked at Crystal Geyser in Weed, California. They fired me because I got into the politics about the water. Huh? These things that's really be going on, I found out what they putting in. They putting arsenic and stuff in our water just like they doing the chickens. These things, these minor things that distorts everything, if they're not put on paperwork, our government don't know. So stop blaming the FDA. Stop blaming the officials. No, stop. Put it on some paper. Put it in writing. Blame yourself. Or put it in writing. Then we can get our government to help us. They're going to help us, but we got to put it in writing. We can't force nothing. That's not the way it works. Quit trying to force things. And at the same mouth, I go against the government, but my government ain't doing nothing. And I don't like the government, but I'll take the stimulus check. Quit being an oxymoron. Quit doing it. Get on your 2 feet. Find out how to make bills, do bills, have people to sign it, and give it to our local government. Or local. What is the Taj Mahal? No, that's Jehovah's Witness. I'm tripping. It's some type of hall. What is it hall? That the city, the people, the public go to and get things done. It's in your city. It's a hall. So we're going to look at some manufacturers. We're going to look at some of the things that they're doing. We're going to look at a nice 8-minute document. Remember, this public knowledge. And this is Street Justice illustrating source codes. Source codes. I'm bringing sources through videos. So you can see, you can illustrate, you can feel, you can know what is wrong and what is right. When you don't know, you cannot be blamed for your actions. But now you know, so you got to help, man. You got to help. You got to help. You got to help. I don't want to sell. I don't want to sell Kool-Aid no more. With all the ingredients that's making my kids a home. Oh no. I don't want to sell these ingredients no more. My children can't think and they can't do things no more. They're playing sport. Man, I want to sell some natural ingredients to our children at a cheaper price. I can get it. Let me show you something right quick. Let me show you. I can extract it. Hold on, wait a minute. Give me a couple of seconds. Let me see something right quick. Let me see something right quick. Are you able to see that? I'm making some medicine out of these roses, these flowers. But look at the coloring, the white. You know, white is a made up color. It's a reaction color. The red and the pink and stuff like that. If I had the machinery right, I can abstract these colors into a floss and use them. I can make tea. Once I wash it out real good, move there, make a tea out of that. And those ingredients right there will heal the body. So let's check out this last source that I'm coming with to give y'all the understanding what we're feeding our children. I know what we feed them. But the thing is this, even though I know it's wrong, but I'm doing something that's right too. You know what I'm saying? These stores is robbing them. These stores is robbing you because you're giving them the money to go to these stores. And we're gonna get on these stores too. They're cheating us, y'all. These corner stores, we're gonna bring street justice. They're guilty. They're cheating us. But anyway, let's check out this last source video right quick.
Are the bright hues in your favorite?
And I'll be back 2 and 2.
For treats hiding a dark secret? Do you know the shocking truth about food coloring and how it could affect your health in ways you never imagined? Parents are noticing Are the bright hues in your favorite treats hiding a dark secret? Do you know the shocking truth about food coloring and how it could affect your health in ways you never imagined? Parents are noticing a link between their children's behavior and their consumption of foods containing synthetic dyes, specifically red number 3, red number 40, and yellow number 5. From the colorful candies that catch our eye in the grocery store to the red stripes in our favorite sports drink, food coloring is everywhere. But what are these colorings made of, and what impact do they have on our health and well-being? Hey folks, hello, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. You are watching True Health. Today we're unwrapping our way into the world of food coloring and uncovering the truth about these artificial substances that are added to our food. Food coloring has been used for centuries to make our food look more appealing. But with advancements in technology and food science, the use of artificial colorings has become widespread. As consumers, it's important to understand what these
Hold on. Before I continue, I want to give big ups to every video that I have used. You know, the health and the news and everything. That's not my doing. Disclaimer. I didn't make that video. I went and got it from sources. So I thank everybody that filmed that. I was able to get it from them. I thank you and appreciate you. Let's go back to our normally scheduled program.
Are made from and what impact they can have on our health and well-being. And thus, in this video, we'll examine the science behind food coloring and explore why it's important to be mindful of what we consume. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on our latest and upcoming videos. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's get started. Let us begin with the basics. Food colorings can be divided into two categories, natural and artificial. Natural food colorings are derived from plants, fruits, and vegetables. Examples include beet juice for red coloring, turmeric for yellow coloring, and chlorophyll for green coloring. These natural colorings are considered safe and generally don't have any negative effects on health. Artificial food colorings, on the other hand, are synthetic substances made in a laboratory. They are used to enhance the appearance of food and are typically much cheaper and more stable than natural colorings. Some common artificial colorings include Red 40, Allura Red, Yellow 5, Tartrazine, Blue 1, Brilliant Blue, Green 3, Fast Green, and Orange B. But what are the artificial food colors made of? Imagine biting into a bright red lollipop and feeling a burst of sweetness and excitement with every lick. But what if I told you that the vivid color in your treat was not just food dye, but a concoction of synthetic chemicals and petroleum derivatives that could be harmful to your health? The burning of coal tar is one of the easiest ways to create a spectrum of colors that can be manipulated based on temperature and burn time. Tartrazine and erythrocene, both petroleum byproducts, are similarly flexible and form the base of many different color combinations. Other than that, azo dyes, one of the most commonly used artificial food colorings, are made by combining two chemicals in a laboratory. But did you know that some azo dyes have been linked to an increased risk of cancer and other health problems? And petroleum, a fossil fuel, is a base ingredient in many artificial food colorings and has been linked to cancer, reproductive problems, and other health issues. And it doesn't stop there. Benzodiene, an ingredient in some azo dyes, is a known carcinogen and has been linked to cancer. Aniline, another chemical used in the production of some azo dyes, is a toxic substance that can cause damage to the nervous system. And formaldehyde, a highly toxic chemical used in the production of some artificial food colorings, is a known carcinogen that can cause irritation to the eyes, nose, and throat, among other health problems. So now that we have had an insight into the different ingredients of their dyes and their individual contributions to making artificial dyes a danger, let us further explore the effects of artificial dyes on our bodies. Effects on children. Excessive consumption of food coloring, both natural and artificial, can also lead to other health problems, such as allergies and intolerances. Children with food sensitivities can experience symptoms like stomach pain, skin rashes, and behavioral changes after consuming foods with food coloring. It's important to limit children's consumption of food coloring and to opt for natural alternatives whenever possible. Effects on the brain. Can we all fall for a bright and colorful treat and feel a rush of excitement? But what if I told you that the food coloring in your treatment could be impacting your brain and behavior in ways you never imagined? Research has shown that artificial food coloring in particular can have negative effects on the brain, especially in children. A study published in The Lancet found that children who consumed high amounts of artificial food coloring had increased levels of hyperactivity, impulsiveness, and inattention compared to those who did not consume these colorings. And the connection between artificial food coloring and behavior doesn't stop there. Another study conducted by the National Institute of Mental Health found that there may be a link between artificial food coloring and attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD, in children. Do food dyes cause cancer? The connection between food dyes, including artificial food coloring, and cancer has been a topic of ongoing research and debate. While there is currently no clear evidence that food dyes directly cause cancer, some studies have raised red flags about certain chemicals used in the production of artificial food coloring. For example, benzodiene and aniline, two chemicals used in some artificial food colorings, have been linked to an increased risk of cancer, and the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, has classified some artificial food colorings as possible human carcinogens. Food dyes. Do they cause allergies? Food coloring allergies are relatively uncommon, but they can cause symptoms like stomach pain, skin rashes, and behavioral changes in people who are sensitive to them. The symptoms of a food coloring allergy can range from mild to severe and vary from person to person. In some cases, the symptoms may be similar to those of other food allergies, such as itching and hives. In severe cases, a food coloring allergy can even trigger anaphylaxis, a life-threatening allergic reaction. Better alternatives for adding color to food. So now that we have understood the harmful effects of artificial dyes, let us look at healthier alternatives, because adding color to your food doesn't have to come at a cost to your health. While artificial food coloring has been linked to numerous health issues, including behavioral problems in children and allergies, there are many natural alternatives that can add vibrant color to your dishes without the risks. By incorporating purees made from fruits and vegetables like beetroot, carrots, and spinach, or spices like turmeric, paprika, and saffron, you can bring life and excitement to your food, while also adding flavor and nutrition. Natural extracts like vanilla, almond, and mint, as well as dried and ground botanicals like hibiscus, lavender, and rose, are also effective ways to add color and flavor to food and drinks. Say goodbye to the risks associated with artificial food coloring and hello to a healthier, more nutritious diet. By opting for natural alternatives, you can enjoy color in your food without sacrificing your health. In a nutshell, the truth about food coloring is that it can have a significant impact on our health, especially when it comes to artificial colors. From its potential to affect the brain and cause behavioral problems in children to the potential risk of allergies and cancer, it's important to be mindful of the type and amount of food coloring we consume. But that doesn't mean we have to sacrifice the joy of colorful food. By using natural alternatives like fruit and vegetable purees, herbs and spices, natural extracts, and botanicals, we can add color to our food without health risks. So let's make a conscious effort to choose healthier, natural alternatives for adding color to our food. Our bodies will thank us, and our taste buds will still be satisfied. That marks the end of the video. Thank you for joining us today as we peeked a bit into colors, and hopefully this...
Now, again, give big ups to True Health, big ups to WebMD, big ups to, all the scientists that's giving you the true information. Now, something else hit me to let y'all understand something when it comes to regulations of the government. Before these people are okay to publicize these things, they have to show scientific experiments, reactions on things. Did you give it to, how many subjects did you give it to, and what was the reaction, to them subjects? Where's the documents? So whatever these people put on there, we are asking to go take a second look on their experiments. If they're using animals, rats, varmints, spiders, mosquitoes, need to take a second look on them documents, because what they are showing the government is completely different than what they're selling to us. I don't want to give it to my children no more. I don't. But the corner stores can sell the drugs. I got my food handler license. I got a nonprofit organization called Brown Masons out of California. You can go to Secretary of State and see on their website. Matter of fact, we can go look right now. Let's go look. Let's go see. Give me a couple of seconds. As a matter of fact, I can do this while y'all looking. me share this. Okay. Secretary of State of California. Shirley Whitbeer. Hi, Shirley. Homepage. Let's do some search. Brown Masons. It's gonna come up Brown Masons, Community Builders of Science. Whole bunch of stuff. Here we go. Let's see. Are we in business? Let's do business. Let's see. Wait a minute, this is not the Secretary of State of California. Hold on. There it is. Let me get my number right quick. Maybe I can press in the number and it'll pop up. Let's see. Give me 1 second, y'all. So y'all know, who to contact and who to when you're donating, so I can get things done. You can see who you're donating to, if it's registered. So what I'm going to do is show registration. See my pertinent number. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Well, you ain't coming up, boy. I can't be on the site. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go where I know. Go CZ. Let's go. I should have just put this website. Oh, that's Los Angeles. Okay. Is this the right one? Where's the right one in my city? That's what I'm looking for, folks. That's what I'm looking for, folks. The one in my city. And This one should be it. So when I go to here, I go to the website. You know, the business. Business entities. And I should be able to type in the name. This is crazy. I'm gonna show y'all what should be popping up. I don't know. Hold on, let me see right quick. I'm gonna show y'all what's supposed to be. I don't know if y'all can see. Let me see if y'all can see that kind of good. No. That's California website. I can't really get it to you guys. Let me see. But I'm gonna try it again. When you go to the Secretary of State, maybe if I do Google, let me see. I'm not gonna. Y'all gonna have to be with me on this one because I'm not going until you know what I'm saying. This is in its waters, and everybody's swimming with it. I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna give it to you. We got to see this. You got to show documentations if you're saying this is what it is. So I'm finna get it. And go to the home page, bang. I don't know how you look up. Can someone instruct the brother? Huh? I'm not trying to start a business. Okay. All right, y'all. I couldn't keep y'all on hold too long. I had to get it. I had to get it in. Where you at? Okay. So I done took y'all time. Okay, now, this is the California State of Secretary of States. Okay, Brown Mason. That's the company right there. Status is active. It's Brown Mason Community Builders of Science, Education, Uplifting, Food, Clothing, and Development. Y'all can take down this number, and we are called the Sacramento, California Secretary of State, and you give them this number. This business entity since 2002 and is still active to this day will show up as a nonprofit organization up under my name, Maurice Abraham Harshon Jr. And where are the Brown Masons? Sorry, it took that cotton picking long. Sure. So if y'all donating, y'all helping out, y'all have to understand everything is organized up under the Brown Mason community builders. You can be a part of it. It's for everybody. And we're here for our kids. So in the United States, these manufacturers, these food manufacturers is feeding our children drugs that's destroying us and the adults. Drugs in our foods. In the streets, you're guilty and deserve a life sentence of no repletion, if that's a word. So I thank y'all for coming. I thank y'all for helping, sharing this information along. This is no one other than my only assumption, thoughts, what I think. I'm not trying to veer you left or right. What I'm just saying is you make the decision for yourself. Thank you. Let's see you next time.